We back, and it's time for the race. Horse handler Nikolai. I'd like to race. The mounted, yeah, this
I've
one's
done
done.
Bibrek's archery challenges, but that's probably not enough to settle your quarrel, is it?
It certainly is not.
Yeah, we gotta do now
If you
all of
thought
his
you could
races.
wriggle out of the racing, forget it. I would rather assume you saved the best for last. Is that not right?
I mean, it would
Of course.
depend. I'd like to race.
I'd like to take on the race.
We will ride straight away. Do not worry. But first, I will tell you how things work around here.
Last time
so
I
you
raced,
do
we
not whine
lost.
later that you had no idea what is what.
You're right. So how do these races work then? What do I need to know?
First, you should know these races are a bit different from the one you run against Tibor. You lost the bet as well, so listen more carefully to this.
Rude.
Once a day, up above the camp, four fellas meet and arrange a race. We have a small spot, right next to Bebrek's circuit. Each race starts and finishes there. Then race checkpoints are set up around the area, depending on which course is chosen. They are placed in spots the locals know. Though these local names are tough for outsiders. Places like Zeleov or Tachovitz, not to mention all those ponds.
What do the checkpoints look like?
There are two poles with flags, next to which there is a fire pit. Smoke rises from it, and someone usually stands by it. The trick is to figure out the best path from one to the next, and so on until the finish. You can ride through the forest, weave between trees and rocky slopes, or stick to firm roads and make your journey longer.
It'd be an advantage to know the countryside well.
Do not worry. Some local lads managed to get lost a few steps from their own birthplaces. You can decide for yourself how tough you want it to be. But take care.
Yeah, but
The
I mean,
best
if you do
riders
it the
here
tough way,
know the land inside
you
out
lose.
and are not afraid to take shortcuts
Exactly.
at the gallop. Anything else you want to know?
No, I'm good. Give me a tip.
Give me some tip.
Your horse is steadier on firm roads, so make use of that. Stick to the roads, even if others head off across the field.
That's not a good tip.
If you forget anything,
Because
drop
he's
by,
basically
and
saying
we will go over it.
you're gonna lose.
But now, we are off.
What am I facing now?
The first challenge is just a simple warm-up race.
A warm-up.
Just so you see how it goes and get a feel for how to handle the horse.
Where are we going?
To Semin, there is a little pond across the road from the fortress. Once the race starts, you ride east. Go round the pond on the right through the checkpoint, then drive your horse straight back towards me. We will do it without bets this time.
Yeah, I
But
think
the
I'm gonna
fellas
choose the other
will
one
not
because
go
this
easy
sounds
on you.
difficult.
Vrasajan prekalo drešli. Grastane porape zlijan sarobanderi. Brachos jalopre.
Sure.
Ready?
I see the smoke.
Go! Go!
I mean, my horse is as fast as you can get. I think it's literally the fastest. I got it up to 60 speed. That's pretty fast if I say so myself. Well, they mark it on the compass as well. Easy does it then. They say you can get there any way you want. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Quick!
The only issue is I don't know which way you're supposed to go through it.
Now just to get back!
I guess it doesn't matter. Where are all the others? He did mention the ponds.
Quick!
I mean, that wasn't so bad, but I mean, that was the first race.
Phew! We did it! Good.
I don't even know where the other guys went. Uh-huh.
The others are still racing. Be patient.
Are you serious? I gotta wait for that. Okay.
My word.
How did things go with the race?
You came first. Congratulations. But that was just a little warm-up ride. To let the horse get used to it, you know? The second race is going to be a proper event, with all the bells and whistles. The lads would not mind another go. Are you in?
Yeah, that's
Cool then.
what we're here
Then
for.
let's go.
Like I said, Now you will be going for the real race. Still without bets, though. You will be passing 3 checkpoints. The first one is by that Samin pond, which you already know. Then you will continue east to the Jar homestead, and finally you will head northwest to Zheleyov. The last checkpoint is right on the village green, so be careful not to run anyone over. Then
No
get back
promises.
west to us, straight to the finish line. Are you keeping up?
Pond, then east, then northwest, and west to the finish.
Watch out for the livestock grazing in the fields. Do not head out on the horse and come back on a cow. Let us ride. First
If
place
anything,
or
I think
nothing.
that'd be more impressive.
Thirdenle Ashvar. The saddle and straps clatter. Hoofs of steel glisten.
Oh. See, I thought they were always counting down, but he's just saying random stuff. Why is there a dog there? I guess because the dog's left there. That's a cool looking horse. You got multicolor. Why can't you have multicolor? Watch the pond.
To the next one! Yeah!
I don't even see the smoke. There it is. The heck are those rabbits doing? This is much easier when you have a real fast horse. That's the thing, is majority of these quests are probably going to be very easy in this region because we've already been through Kutenberg. That's fine. It's more about the story at this point. And just the completionist aspect of it.
Come on!
It's a real shame that the game is over. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. I would give it... I mean, I'll still hold my full-on appraisal until the very end, but I'd give it a good score. I'll say that. Move. It's just like, the story was cool, the gameplay is nice, it's just a good game. It was definitely better than the first, and the first was pretty good. And the fact that this is only the second race, we still got another one which is going to be even longer. Let's get my stamina back. Ain't no way anyone's catching up to us. Who needs roads when you got an all-terrain horse? I mean, to be honest, it's a bit lame that you can just do this. Not much of a race when there's no track, but whatever. Definitely a good idea that we went this way, though we would have been going crazy. What's to say that I didn't cheat and just run down there and come right back?
Finally! We're finished! Gotta catch our breath.
Good job, Pisek.
Others have not reached the finish.
Yes, I
Wait
know.
here with us.
That's because I'm Bill Different and I finished way before them. Look at me doing the best
Here
I
you
can.
So tell me, what place did I get?
A second victory.
I thought you
for
were saying second. I was like,
that was a proper
what?
racing event. Good job. I reckon I know which course you will do last. Feel like another run? For a change, we do not have to wait all day.
I didn't know we waited all
Cool,
day
then,
before.
and let's go.
Let us do this. I have figured out the final challenge. There will be 4 checkpoints this time. Quiet the road. Still with no bets.
Let's hear it.
The first checkpoint is on the green in Zheleyov, which you know already. You will head northeast from the start, out of the village, and carry on that way. The second checkpoint is not far from the quarry, below that twin tower castle on the hill. Then you will head south to the
Why do you say it
Droskowitz
like that?
graveyard. Once you have passed that checkpoint, keep going south to the greengrocer's farm in Slatego. Then go west from Slatego straight to the finish line.
So that's twice northeast, twice south, then west for the finish.
Finish first, and I will accept your word in the dispute. Without Zamor's favor, you will not stand a chance anyway. Let us set off. Le Gresen! Le Guruveske Shelo! U Amenge Tarjimol!
No one beats Pusek Lad.
Prepare
I really like that horse. I think he should give it to me as my earnings for the victory that I'm no doubt going to get. See, it's not like car racing, I can't rear end them. I guess technically you could, but you'd be doing more damage to yourself than him. This is dangerous. Where are we going here? Don't even see him behind me.
To the next one!
Or behind. Move, you're in the way. I saw him.
Go!
Gonna have to take a breaky. Stammy ain't doing too hot. Break. Get your stamina back. Go. The green fields. The wheat fields. Horsemanship 20. And a perk point. I should look at that right now so I can... Oh, an agility perk point as well. Oh, last one. What is it? Skills? Horsemanship. Ride like the wind. Your horse will consume stamina. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Enemy killed. Melee. Yeah, okay. Sounds like a good idea to get better stamina while in a race. I still don't understand why you can look further back on one side and not the other. That's just odd. I think we're in the home stretch.
Just a bit further.
Go. Skirt.
Where's the next one?
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I thought that was the last one. Now there's a guy. 2, 3. I'm not too far behind.
Quick!
But not quick enough if you ask me. Come on, horse, you can do it. Slow, 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 slow. Let's just get a full bar. We got plenty of room, plenty of head. Way. I don't know why I said it that way.
To the next one! Yeah! Quick!
We're chilling, we're chilling. Ah, a cart. No, it's just a stinking pole, you're fine. We cannot lose this. That is not possible. I'm not trying to redo this race. For a long one.
I'm back again. Quick!
To be honest, I still think I'm going to side with the archer. Assuming that there is no way to, like, settle it peacefully. Because it was a little more fun, surprisingly. And, much quicker. I don't want to be doing all these races. It's crazy. have no idea where we are. That's the other interesting thing, is there's so much of this region that I've never been to. Where the heck are we? Are we on this side? Oh god. That's not good. I thought we were in a different spot. I thought we were by the, what's-her-face? Herbalist. Bruh, we might lose this just because I don't know where I'm going. Come on, horse.
Whoa!
Calm down. Turn. Oh, you can do it. Come on. I swear, if we lose because of the stinking way that we went. Oh my god, why are there so many down trees? Where the heck am I? There's more down trees here than in a tornado. Come on. Go, go, go. I don't even know now. Who knows? Go, 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 go. Stop getting angry at me. We gotta go.
Quick!
I swear, if I see someone getting there before me, I'll take out this bow and shoot him in the head.
Quick!
All because of that stupid little mountain. Get there before that stamina runs out. Come on. Oh, there we go.
Further.
Stamina recharge with a little bit of that perk cheese. Come on. I don't even know where they would be. It looks like we're good.
We did it! Gotta catch our breath.
Finish line.
What's up?
The others are still racing.
Good.
Be patient.
My god. That was a race and a half.
So tell me, what place did I get?
First place. It was a joy to watch, I tell you.
How? You
have
couldn't
covered
see any
3
of
laps
it.
now, so you know what it is like racing with Zamor at your side. I take your word as equal to a true Lavaris.
I'm glad to hear it.
If you want to try again, feel free to drop by. But I will be taking bets and only letting you ride once a day, so the horse is not run into the ground. You will have more routes to choose from, and I will put the region's best riders up against you. There is plenty to look forward to.
I think we're ready for the dispute
I've
resolved.
completed the challenges for both you
Resolution.
and Bibrek, and you both said you'd abide by my word.
Come on then. We will settle it at the altar, so Zamor's spirit can hear it straight away.
Just you wait.
Funny he said that.
All right, let's get to it. You trust me to judge fairly and end this dispute. I've conscientiously completed both of your challenges, and I must say,
It was a pain, but
me and my horse had a great time.
Fine, we understand, but what about the altar?
Well, who does it belong to?
archery.
I reckon it's...
Wait! If you decide in my favor, I will teach you a riding technique you cannot learn anywhere else.
Ha! I have something even better. Agree with me and I will teach you my secret archery trick.
You think I can't judge fairly? Suit yourselves. Tell me about that technique, Bibrek.
My grandfather taught me this technique, and I would appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I will teach you how to hold your seat properly, so you get the best draw on your bow and give your arrows more power.
And now you, Mikolai. Tell me about your technique.
My father taught me this trick, and I will gladly pass it on to you. I will teach you how to read the terrain and roads. If anyone waits around the bend, they will not catch you off guard.
So, that's that.
Let me help you a bit more with this decision. Say the altar belongs to Karachin, and you will get his shan throne. I need not
They
tell
really
you
are
to
bribing me,
manage that.
jeez.
What good is Shanfron? The horse can hardly see the road in it. Henry, if the altar goes to Zamur, I will give you his bridle. It will make your horse fly like the wind.
You two are quite a pair. But let's not spend 3 days over this.
Agreed.
My final decision. The altar shall from this day forth and forever belong to
Yeah, the both.
both of them. To Zamur and to Karachin.
What?
What the hell is
You
that
can share
supposed
it.
to mean?
A wise decision? Yeah.
The wisest possible decision. There was no other way, or you'd just keep on bickering forever. You know, as I looked more closely at Mikolai's fences, Bibrek's targets, and finally that altar of yours, it is like your marks on this region. Something that wasn't here before, that you brought with you. Both of you must miss your homeland, your people and your traditions. No wonder that here in a foreign land, you want to create your own piece of home, well, at least until you leave for somewhere else. The altar, the pennants in the fields, and the targets along the roads will remain here for some time, even after you're gone. But look at yourselves. A fella might think you're like brothers, or two cockerels on one dung pile.
Brothers? For your information, Zamur had only one son, and that is me.
I knew it. I knew Zamur was not some famed horseman.
Oh yes, he was. But he also happened to be my father, so there.
If my grandfather Korochin heard you, he would laugh himself off his horse. Though it would be for the first and last time.
I knew Karachin had to be some relation of yours. So, there you have it, Henry. Still insist on that decision?
I suspected. I mean, I didn't actually.
I had no idea who Zamur
But
and Karachin
it's
were,
not very surprising.
but I figured it was about something more than an altar. My decision stands. The altar should belong to both
why
of you,
can't you share
your
it?
horses, and your contests.
You did say you'd
Is it
abide
really
by
such
it.
a terrible compromise?
It is not.
But since you act like you know both of us so well,
Then you surely know our horses too.
I got mine from my father as a shivering foal.
And I got mine from my grandfather. He recognized a good horse even when his sight was failing.
So, tell us their names.
One's Tooth. First of 100, first of 1,000. I think it's first of 1,000.
First of 1,000 and Tooth.
Right on target. Though he mostly calls his horse Dund. That is in their tongue.
You call your mare something else as well. I cannot even pronounce it. Too many,
So you do have something in common.
Grandfather Korochin would likely be pleased if we made peace.
Father Zamur must have been tired of all these constant quarrels too. So, what about these rewards now?
I'll take both. Yeah, I want both.
I believe I'm entitled to rewards from both of you, am I not? You both hold the altar.
Very well. As a proper Yas, I keep my word.
And I too, as a proper Lavari.
That should do it. Do you need anything else?
We need to decorate the altar a bit more.
I definitely want to put this arrowhead there. And the coal for evil forces.
I shall bring racing horseshoes. Umarikli.
And the jug of kumis.
I hope you've got enough space there.
Never you mind. Should there be any dispute, we know who will judge us again.
All right.
Hopefully
I'll leave you
not
to it
me.
for now. See ya.
I don't got time for that. Offerings are brought. Lovely. Let's see, what's it look like?
Good dog.
Such a gajo.
Show me.
And he still outsmarted us. Did he not?
Indeed. I
Why,
never thought
it's,
he would recall the names.
First of 1,000. Really is a lovely name.
It is.
Hey, listen. If you ever need help with those races, just say the word.
Thanks. If you ever need
Imagine I just stole this stuff. You could steal their ashes. That is crazy. Spiked horseshoes. A pancake. That's actually insane that you can just steal the ashes. Got messed up. So I'm pretty sure that doing these is just going to be like in Kutenberg, the fights, where it's probably just like, yeah, it's just
See you later.
redoing it. I'm not counting those as quests. So, that leaves 2 here, 2 here, 1 there. This one I feel like moved. Which, possible, because probably a guy. We'll go down to the Lower Samine Mill. Defenseless person is cowering. Oh. Oh. Hello, defenseless person.
There's no escape!
I'm here to save you. Ow. Hey,
What do you think you're doing?
saving your life?
Saving your life?
And who asked you to do that? I had them right where I wanted. A little longer and they'd be done for.
Well, you'd be done for. Is that what you call gratitude? Go to hell. Next time I won't bother.
What do you mean, next time? Don't you dare cross my path again. You know what? Piss off before I kick your ass at least.
Knock him out. Stupid idiot. You're lucky I'm gonna be kind and not slaughter you. I would've. But I'm a changed man. We don't kill. Not for no reason. Alright. You!
God bless.
Hello. I heard there's some groschen to be made here.
I heard at the Troskovitz Tavern that there's a bit of coin to be made here.
Why didn't you come here at the time?
I was taken on by Radovan, the blacksmith from Takov.
A blacksmith's hand, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Shut up!
I'm sure I could find some work for you.
Like what?
Like
Bro.
selling sacks of flour.
Okay. Is that my dog?
I probably won't find anything better around here anyway.
The sacks are in the barn, and the wagon is in front of it. I'll give you a groschen for every half dozen you carry. You won't have to buy food. We'll take care of that.
6
You can
bags
sleep here, in the barn.
for
But
$1.
not on the sacks of flour. You understand? Or I'll tan your hide. Climb up to the loft with the others.
Ah, fuck me.
Careful what you wish for. Go on.
Okay.
Get to work.
HR?
Take care.
Hello? Why are you, like, making these noises?
Take it.
Here, eat this. It's spoiled. Stupid dog making all these noises. What do I look like? This is ridiculous.
Won't even break a sweat at this rate.
6 of these for $1. To be honest, though, no.
Pretty light.
I was gonna say that might not be like bad work. Depends on how fast and how heavy you can get them
Light as a
done.
feather.
Like, if it was like 3 to 5 pounds, it's not terrible.
Good exercise.
How long do I gotta do this for? Move! Maybe it was this dog. Whoever it was needed to shut up.
Pretty light. Won't even break a sweat at this rate.
Why are we stinky?
My God. What stinks here?
I don't know.
Good exercise.
I think it only happened after doing this.
Heave ho.
Maybe I'm sweating. Wonder if you put perfume on, if that
So it's you.
combats that.
Isn't getting any
New hand
lighter.
at the mill, eh?
Finally.
What the?
That's not flour.
Have you got it done? I said, are you done?
You're milling some pretty peculiar grain here, Miller. It's got a bit of a metallic flavour to it.
Kurva. Can't you be more careful?
Tell me the truth. What are you really doing here?
Seems I'll have to lift the lid off the cauldron of knowledge sooner than I expected. You think you're ready?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm attempting to convert matter into a truly miraculous energy.
What?
I understand. It seems impossible. I'm sure you're asking yourself what that has to do with the metal in the sacks. But we're only just scratching the surface. You see, for my experiment, I'll need something sinfully earthy. Something we'll have to appropriate. And that's something
What is
you
this man
can
talking
help me
about?
with, my curious apprentice.
Sure.
I'll help you.
That's the right attitude. Now listen up. In Troskovitz, next to the tavern, there's a rat house. And in that rat house, there's a chest. And in that chest is a document I need. One that used to be mine. But due to an unfortunate twist of fate, ended up there. It's called The Offer of Hermes Trismegistos. It's written right on it. Can you read? At least a little?
I can read. But I reckon that's the catch, isn't it?
The catch is, the chest is under lock and key, and most likely well guarded.
Of course it is.
How do I get in?
No, I doubt the bailiff will let me roam around the rat house and go peeking through his chests. Any advice on getting in there without being spotted?
Oh, come on. Do I really have to spell it out for you? Black clothes, a play of light and dark. A quiet night, and those who live in the shadows.
It's really true that the Millers are
Is that supposed
sketchy.
to be advice?
Just get some inconspicuous clothing and head over there after midnight.
And where can I get some clothes like that?
I had my outfit washed in the Gilioff bathhouse, but after a bit of disagreement, they refused to give it back. It's my gift to you. All you have to do is pick it up.
Pick them up? You want me to steal them, don't you?
Doesn't it sound like a suitable appetizer before the main course?
This guy just wants me
There's
to
no
do
sense
everything.
in trying to deal with the owner, Dorothy, anyway. She's a contrary woman who's impossible to talk to.
I'm not even surprised your paths crossed.
Hmm.
Where exactly should I look for this document? I doubt they've only got one chest in the Troskovitz rat
We'll
house.
just have
I
to
can't
open
help
all
you
of them.
there, but my hand Zinnik might know more.
I mean,
He
I've
had
got
the document on him.
pretty good
Then
thievery
the bloody
skill. We'll be
fool
fine.
got caught because of something else, and they took it from him. I'm pretty sure he's still on display in the stocks on the square. Just remember, lad, if you get caught like he did, the guards will turn out your pockets. Then it will be pretty hard to explain what a tramp like you is doing with a
What'd you call me?
document he can't even read.
I'd like to learn more about the art of thievery.
Thievery? Humph. Why call it the art of thievery? It's simply an art. But all right, enough wordplay. If you want to learn something, go and see Hensel. He'll tell you how to relieve people of the things in their purses, or how to quickly and painlessly send them to the land of dreams. And if you'd like to try opening
Buddy, I
locks
don't need
without a
any
key,
assistance. We're good.
there's a chest in the barn that you carried the sacks to. You can practice on that.
All right. I reckon I know everything I need. Thanks.
I don't need any of that. So we don't need to do any practice. We're fine. Let's just head up. Which one is this? Obtain some clothes. Do I really need that? I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. Get information. I don't even think I need to do that. I think we're just gonna go right for it. There'll be no problemo. We need to eat. The wine is no longer fine. The pancake is no longer good either. How are we on the noise level? I mean, obviously we'll have to remove a few things, but
Did you sleep in a barn or what?
shut up, pig.
Then have no fear.
Sicko.
Good day.
Tea.
What's the holdup?
Okay.
I hope you're not going to be wandering around out there all night.
My apologies. I didn't realize that I wasn't allowed to walk. I still don't really understand what
Always glad to see people like
rat
you.
house
What are you doing? Prowling about here?
is. I mean, we should find a way in before we start doing any crazy. This might be a really bad idea. Let's take off with the plate. That's plate, plate, plate. I don't know exactly what's considered plate, but you get rid of the armor and it's fine. So I'm not gonna kill him. Just gotta knock him out. I'm not even sure if this is where we gotta go. But it's interesting. Hello. Interesting nonetheless. I ain't never been down here. Where the heck am I? Very hard. Sounds like a challenge worth challenging. Oh, that was it.
The offer of Hermes
Didn't mean it.
Trismegistos. That's
What am I
great.
doing? Just picked up all that garbage. I literally was like looking at it saying, why would I hold E? And then I did it. I don't need a stupid hide. Can't. No. Drop. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want that. I have so much just garbage. It is insane. I still have Zdena stuff.
Those document.
I was kind of lucky. I didn't know that's where I was actually supposed to go, but works out in the end. Oh god, I don't know what my stuff is now. This. No, didn't mean to do that. This. Dish. That. This. We're good. I need to sleep. I don't even know where I can sleep. You know, what's the point in going and practicing and talking to that idiot when I could just walk in and do it myself? No problem. Why'd the music stop so abruptly? Which one is him? H. It's H. Oh, we have a bed here.
Careful.
Hey. Is this my bed or not? No, it's up. I mean, I realistically didn't think it was, but it would have been funny. Might as well. Bro, am I crazy or does everything seem to be just going faster? Sleeping faster, fast traveling faster, waiting faster, everything's just fast. It's very interesting. Hey,
God bless you, sir.
I got it. Got the document. I'd like to try fighting. Give me more advice. Yeah, I got the
I
document.
have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
Judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
That's not a bad guess.
How would he know?
Don't
We didn't read
forget
it.
about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and a smidgen of demonology.
Oh.
Although that's something anyone with a grain of sense should avoid. Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge.
Here you go.
Good. This will come.
Why
in
is that
handy.
name familiar?
Ah, yes, of course.
What now?
Trismegistus.
Going to need more, a lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry, I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job.
How
What do
little
you
we
say?
talking?
Wait a moment. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish?
Says
Not
the
at all.
guy practicing
You guessed it.
demonology.
It's nothing less than high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I suppose. You are my apprentice, after all.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve to know what all of this is leading to. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices and theurgy, bring him to life.
Why?
A golem, you say? That's a helper made of clay, which they say the Jewish scholars brought to life using the words of God's secret name?
Well, well. Seems that head of yours isn't just for ornament after all.
Yeah, how are you gonna do
And
that?
how are you going to do that? Surely impossible. Sounds more like a joke to me.
I'm deadly serious, Henry. One shouldn't joke about such matters. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if you could
My
figure it
word.
out.
That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. And all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour?
What?
For the good of mankind?
Did you just say they would
Exactly.
have crucified
And what
Jesus?
about the good of me? You
Isn't
promised
that
me
what
a
they did?
reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
Wow.
Saltpeter
Thank
is
you.
niter. That I know. They're white crystals similar to salt, but I have no idea what you might need it for here at the mill.
The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients
You
from
said
Hermes
golem before.
Trismegistos, his feet will never get
Who
tired.
is that?
and
That
his
was
fists
definitely...
will have the power to smash
That name
rocks.
is just too familiar.
But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
I want to see where
How
this
much
goes.
saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
Okay, I'll find it.
All right then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look. That you can point me in the right direction.
Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
Is she a witch?
So this Bonnie is some kind of witch who's in on this golem stuff.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. You don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you.
Why
She'll tell you
can't
the rest
she just
herself.
do that?
You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret
In the
storage
what?
space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
Okay.
You have a secret storage space.
This guy
You're full of
really is
surprises,
crazy.
Crazel.
What's so surprising about that?
Well, actually, it makes sense. I reckon you can't just make a golem in the mill. So how do I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it.
You'll be surprised.
So
I
don't
can miss
forget.
quite a bit.
You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
Well, I haven't spoken to Zinnek yet, so at least we'll get to know each other.
Run along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
To the lair. Interesting. The forbidden fruit. Where are we going? This way. So he says to pick some herbs along the way. Would it be better to go on... yeah. Better to go this way. Getting some laggedy lag. I don't like it. Oh, is this place? No. Never mind. To be honest, that might have been the other game. See, part of the issue, look at that, with this game, that actually scared me.
What was that noise? Woodcutters.
Part of the issue with this game is that it's so long, and the fact that there's two different regions, I mix up things between, like, was it this game, was it the previous? I don't know all the time. Someone just got shot. That's what that was. That was 100% a gunshot. I got flowers for her, though. I mean, am I supposed to, like, look for that noise? There's a path down there as well. Like, I don't know if that's tied to this. Ow. I'm gonna go this way. If this lady has nothing to do with a gunshot, well then we'll know, I mean, just judging from the fact of how far... Something's up. I don't know what that was. Okay, guess I can't walk up that way. Did you shoot somebody? What a nice little area. No, she didn't. So yeah, something happened there.
Greetings.
I'm gonna go back. Whoa. Hey. I'm looking for saltpeter.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie?
What's
It's
bopping?
not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
The poet.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up
Rude?
with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I have more than some.
I've got something here.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The
That sounded
ingredients
like,
for the magic ritual.
What kind of
Sarcasm.
magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I think it's a grand idea.
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like. But I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit.
Okay.
But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't.
Well, I
keep
would
you.
like my nickname. Let's talk.
No. I have plenty of time.
I don't know about plenty, but...
Where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskowitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the millers finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
Joffrey.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz. When I
So
went
much
to
for
bury my parents.
anonymity.
I'll be... That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but
Yes, I
I
heard.
don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
Yeah.
The very same. When did you steal your first apple?
Before I could even walk. But it wasn't an apple. It was a silver groschen from my godmother.
And you got away with it?
I did indeed. Nobody saw me. Not then, not any time since.
Jeez.
It came in handy in the convent too. Slipping out of a boring sermon unnoticed, that's what I'm good at. And it don't matter who's preaching. Whether it's a priest, an abbot, or Crazel. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
Seems mystical.
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience. Like as if he's lived for hundreds of years.
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Okay.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye.
I don't know if that's a lot or not.
Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
Nope. Yes.
Certainly. You take a damp wall, like in a sty, you let the water evaporate from it, and you get this salty bloom.
That's right. But like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait. Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
You mean a knacker?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the gravedigger.
Ah, the gravedigger Ignatius. I've already met him. He lives outside Troskowitz in the direction of Apollonia, right?
Aye, that's him.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskowitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives
This is
a
a
short
very
way from the
interesting
cemetery,
quest
so at least the
line.
meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the poet.
Thought you didn't like that name. Okay. I wanted a new name. But alright. Anyway, this is proven to be quite interesting. Very strange, but interesting. Visit the gravedigger. I'm like at a loss of words, bro. This has just been weird. We're doing all this stuff for something that isn't even gonna work. But, alright. We are out of time, though, so we'll have to continue and go to this gravedigger later. Judging from the way things are going, I'm gonna say there's probably like another 2 hours left. Who knows though? More things might pop up. More things might be longer or shorter than others. Who knows? I would bet that tomorrow's is not going to be the last though. But we're getting there. We're almost done with the game. So, we will continue later. But for now, we